So this is MakerCase. It is a website that's going to develop files for our laser cutter. It's effectively a shorthand for it. If I select the box and go in, I can download different plans. We are going to try to remove the labels for the size each time we do that. Let's look at some examples before we get going. So here's the polygon tool, and so I can change the number of sides, I can change the height, and it will develop the box for me. That gave me the flat sides. If I go in and I change the finger, that's going to make it a little bit easier to glue together, which will be more productive for the development on the laser cutter. We can go into the rounded edge. This one's kind of cool. What's going on is it's giving us those blue lines or a live edge. We're going to have to actually change those to red if we want them to cut through, but it will allow it to fold around the box. They do break commonly, but it's a pretty neat way to do things. This is our divider setup. I can go in, select that, and it will give me those to work with. So let's just look at a standard simple box. I'm going to set it at 6 inches wide, 2 inches tall, with a depth of 6. That is going to be my outside diameter rather than inside diameter, because I'm going to put it somewhere rather than put something in it. 1/8 is our material. I do want it to remain closed rather than open, just so I can set something on top. I'm going to put a circle on top in a second. Again, finger is there. You do have the option to do a T-slot. T-slot is for a mechanical fastener, so you got like a screw and a bolt there, but we're not going to use that. Last thing is you can adjust the finger size. I like about 3/4 of an inch, 1 inch. Works really well. And then we're going to download the plans. Again, I'm going to disable the labels so they don't raster on there. And I'm going to download SVG. I've already done that, and so let's look at the Adobe Illustrator file. It's going to come in when we open it up, looking just like this. And what I've done is I've copied all of this into a new file. And so I'm going to go up to File here, and I'm going to open a new file. I'm going to set it to be 24 by 12, and I'll make sure my color mode is RGB, and that way we can work well with the laser on it. Select that. I've already done that over here. And so I've gone through and I have moved things around a little bit. The way that you do that is you have to select the item for the layer, and then you have to select again to get the individual item. And so I just clicked on that a couple times, and now I can move it around. And I've got it sort of compact in there on the side so I can be pretty efficient with material. I'm going to delete my circle here, and now I'm going to add another one. If I hold down the Shift key, it will allow me to keep that consistent, which is nice. I can also adjust it over here with the sizes. So I'm going to set it here to be exactly 3. And the other one, if that little button's clicked, will adjust with it. The last thing I need to do is I need to make sure it's aligned with that box. So I'm going to highlight both of them. And then I'm going to click the vertical line and then the horizontal line. And that way it's exactly in the center. Last thing that I would want to do is I'm going to change the line stroke width. I'm going to just put it at 1 so I can still see it. When I go to the laser, I might have to adjust that size. But that's what I'm going to have set up to be able to take to the lab, to be able to make that cut, which is going to be really cool for us.